What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Well, welcome back. we've been gone
Yes.
for about a month or so.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta sometimes you gotta take a step back to grow. Sometimes you gotta retreat to get your arsenal and your weapons and your ammo together and restocked and loaded. So that way you go at it with full force and like it's like a war. You attack it with everything you got.
Yep.
Because sometimes the battlefield is too full, and you got to clear things out the way and restock things, and then come back at it hard.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to reorganize your life and also just what you're doing.
But
It's important.
as you just see T and me, T and V right now. It's just what it is. NtS,
NTS
T and V.
TV.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Welcome back, y'all. Yeah, to us.
welcome back to us, and we just know we back at it, and we're about to really. This video is gonna be in a sense, an update, but also, in a sense, speak about the things that we've have learned in this last month, even though it's things we already known, but things that were put into motion in our lives again because of the fact that of the things that we've been going through.
Yeah, and life doesn't stop, man. It
Exactly.
doesn't stop.
But as far as updates, we do got a lot coming out soon. We got
A
our
lot.
podcast coming out with as far as NTS TV episodes. As far as music, because we also do music as well. We got our music dropping January 1st.
Yep.
Music video dropping a couple weeks after that.
Let's get it.
And then we're about to just really get in the motion of all year. You'll just be seeing constant podcasts, constant music, constant content.
Yes, as well as clothing. That's
Clothing.
coming up as well. Don't forget about that. Let them know.
We got a bunch of clothing on the way.
Yes, we do.
So
you see the Santa hat, he bringing it back.
So we definitely about to really take it to the next level. But I think the one thing that we want to speak about this episode specifically is how being comfortable and having people around you that are comfortable could really be a big determining factor on where you at in a couple years and even a couple months.
Yes.
Do you want to start it off, T?
Yeah, so basically throughout the past couple months, what I've been realizing, and this is for everybody in general, we don't direct this towards anybody because if we were, we would obviously say your name, but the whole thing about it, bro, is that I've realized certain people are comfortable at where they're at, and that's fine. That's cool. That's cool. I don't blame them. If I was in their shoes, I probably would be comfortable too. But it's just like, for me personally, I know for you it's probably the same thing. I know once I get comfortable, I become stagnant and I stop doing what I'm doing. I'm static. And I know personally, I had a conversation with my roommate last night, and she was saying, we were talking about how the reason why I don't like to chill out and just kick it and vibe out is because once I get comfortable, I stop. I don't do anything.
I feel that.
And
you kind of get like in a sense like a little antsy.
Yeah. You know something needs to get done, but you just don't know what needs to get done, or you're just not doing it. And that's the problem. It's just, and I struggle. I go through the same thing. Obviously, we all do, but it's just one of those times where, it builds discipline to be able to get out of your comfort zone, but on top of that, to really make things happen when you feel that you don't want to do anything. And I think that that's something that both of us have learned throughout these past couple months is that, when you don't feel like doing something, do it harder. Do it the hardest.
Yeah, it's usually the things you kind of have to do. The things that you don't want to do.
Yes.
As much as you don't want to, the things that you have to do, because that's where growth comes into play. And that's, it's my bad. I mean, cut you off, but
you're good.
That's very something that should be a line should be shed on. Just that simple phrase right there. Do the things that you don't want to do because those are the things you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. Trademark by various, but and money. But yeah, bro. That's basically so I kind of been noticing a lot in life is just that we can't stop. We can't get comfortable. I don't know about you, but well, I mean, I know personally for you and for myself as well. You know, we got mouths to feed, so it's not like we have time to just lounge around and just, you know, kick it all day.
Can't be mediocre, bro. It's like, and you it kind of goes back to who you are around. You know, if you're hanging around a bunch of mediocre people and shit, you'll be the other. I didn't mean to cuss, my bad. You'll be the other mediocre person, you know. And I'm sure it's like a very cliche thing that everybody says. You are the people you hang around with, but there's so much truth to it and stuff because like, we're young, bro. Like we're in our 20s, early 20s. The world is literally in our hands right now.
Yep.
And the crazy thing about that is that some people don't realize that until it's like the world's not in their hands anymore.
Right.
And now the world's working against you because you didn't take an opportunity that was presented to you and you slept through it. You always had that sense of, well, what do people think of me? What will people say about me? What would they,
Right.
you know, things that I'm sure is very, very common in a bunch of people nowadays, because I've been there. I've been in that position where I'm like, dude, what will people think of me if I post this podcast, if I post my music, if I do this and do that, you know?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
at the end of the day, you started realizing and you start looking at everybody else is that no one really cares.
Yeah.
They only care if you're, in a sense, making them laugh, providing value to their life, or they're just straight up haters.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other circumstances too, but that's what I've witnessed, you know, and it's like, I'm not making nobody laugh, even though you know sometimes we say funny things, and I don't care about the haters, so I could add value to people's lives.
Right.
You know, that's the one thing I could focus on, you know, and then anything else that follows with that is it just comes with everything that comes with this, you know.
Well, it's like I tell myself every day when I wake up, like, you're great. Just do what you can. Don't try to do anything extra in the sense of don't go out of your way and put yourself in a bind when you know all you had to do was this, and that. You know what I'm saying? Like how you say, bro, chop wood, carry water. It's simple as that. When you wake up, you know what I'm saying? Just get right to it. There's no reason to just play around or, you know, do anything. It's like how I told someone before and how I do this myself too. It's like when you wake up, just stand up, bro. Just stand up because you know you have direction. Yeah. You have something to do. You have somewhere to go. You have somewhere to be. Like, you can't. There's no time to lounge around. And it's like the best time to do it is now, bro.
No time at the present. And that's the good thing that you say right there, because I'm sure a lot of people wake up in the morning and knowing they got obligations and things they got to do. And some people are like, will just snooze through it, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll just like be like, nah, like. Or sometimes people don't really have an obligation as far as like they got to go to work, but they know that they have a dream that they're working towards, and they got to wake up early, because if they wake up early, they'll have time to do everything that they said they were gonna do.
Yeah.
The time comes to wake up early, and then you're just like, oh shoot, I'm so tired.
You're like, hey, it's about that time.
It's cold. It's cold. I can sleep 30 more minutes, you know, because I've been there. I've been there before, so I'm speaking from experience. But I've also been on the other side of where I accomplish things and I set a date. Like today, dude, I woke up like at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep like at 1:30 last night. Well, I woke up like at 5 because I said 4:30, but I woke up at 5. But you know, that's just my body telling me I needed that extra half hour to sleep. But still, regardless of the fact is, I had to wake up early, and then I gave myself a range of time between this time, and I did it. And I woke up, told myself I'm going to the gym straight after that. Had to go do a house job. I had to go do a window job for a house.
Shouts out pressing the issue. We pressing the issue.
Ooh, I'm a post that for sure.
Yes,
so I did that house thing. Just came to edit some videos. Linked up with you. We chopped it up. Now we're here. You know, we're running this podcast. We have our time set up, and we're on time with everything. And you know, and it all started for me just simply waking up on time and waking up to the times that I gave myself and doing what I said I was gonna do in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like Bedro Koulian, I think I said his name right. Bedros Koulian says the most important part of the day is the morning or just the start of your day.
Yeah.
Some people work all night and then they sleep through the morning and then they wake up around 2. But that's their start of the day. It's like how you start your day will define how your life will be in 10 years from now. And it's very, very true, because you could be the most laziest person ever and never wake up to do your obligations, and your life will be crap in 10 years.
Just passes you by.
You know, and you could do, or you could be the opposite, the counter opposite of that, and do everything you say you're going to do and do everything, and then you see your life in 10 years like, damn, like, I'm glad I woke up early that day. I'm glad I did that. I was the things I was supposed to do. I'm glad I stayed on track with that. I'm glad I wasn't comfortable with it. I wasn't comfortable with being where I was at. Because the thing is, I realized comfortable and content are two different things.
Yeah.
And I'm more. The beautiful thing about being content is that you're staying in the moment and you're staying where you're supposed to be. You know, you're staying exactly where you are. The ugly thing about being comfortable is that you understand where you are, but you don't want to do anything about it.
Right. Exactly.
And that's where it's detrimental.
Yes.
It's very, very detrimental.
Yes.
And I really just had like an epiphany of that, like not so long ago. Because I would always hear everybody say, "Don't be content, don't be comfortable," and I was always like, "Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense." But then it turned into a downward spiral of unhealthy self-improvement because now you see where you're at and you're like, I fucking hate this.
Yeah.
I hate this and I don't want to be here. And all the things that come with, you get in your head, you think you're depressed and all this stuff. And it's simply, if you would have just not been comfortable but been content with where you're at, that's like I think for me personally, that's my key of, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm good at.
Right. I see what you mean.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me personally, bro, it's like how I said on my IG. Shout out at NtS T Money. Y'all can catch me saying these beautiful things at Thomas Just Said That. It's gonna be a new highlight reel thing that I'm gonna have on my IG page. But what I was saying was basically every day is another day, another chance to get closer to your dreams and go chase them. Every day you wake up, you know what you have to do. You know what you want to do.
Exactly.
You know what you're working for, what you're working towards. So there's no reason to just lag around. Just go make it happen. Just go accomplish your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Every single day should be another day that you're closer to your dreams, even if it's just 1%, bro. You know, every day counts.
Step at a time, brick at a time. You gotta you can't build a wall without setting the foundation down first and stuff.
Exactly.
And I think the most important thing about all that is just like, because I think right now we're living in an era where like being successful is like very, very glamorized in a sense. And like everybody wants to be flashy. Everybody wants to be this and that.
Right.
But then you look at some of the wealthiest people and dude, these people have like, they have nothing that the people that glamorize things have. And they're successful and wealthy. And like, just give you a little perspective. I'm not gonna say names because I don't want to be disrespectful, but just I went to go do the thing I told you,
right?
The podcast thing.
Yes.
In a building where there's multiple people that own properties and this and that, and I went in with the people I went in associated with. A random guy comes in, me thinking random guy, a Hispanic dude, like doesn't look like
professionally dressed.
Doesn't look like none of that at all, bro. And walks in there. Helps close the blinds, says hi, drops some cookies off. But little did I know, dude, that guy that I thought was just like some random dude owns like $100 million in real estate, bro.
Wow.
Like I met some dude that.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, dude, I really was, and he looked just like me, like obviously not like me, but like cut from like the same cloth. Like we're just Hispanics, minorities, and stuff like that, and like. No, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's trippy. Like, it's trippy how people are so quick to judge. And me too. I'm not saying I judge him, but in a sense, I kind of did because I see, like, what's glamorized in the picture of the media of what success looks like. And in reality, that's not how success looks like. Success is defined differently with every person.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And, picking up on that, that's actually... You remember how I was telling you I was going to write down a couple questions and stuff. That's actually one of my questions. And because success to everybody is different. And so what I could say is to everybody, what does success mean to you? What is your definition of success? And I could even ask you the same thing, bro. What is your definition of success? Like, when do you think that you've possibly made it to where you need to be? And it's something that we should meditate on and ponder on for a minute, because you got to think about it this way in life. Like, what do you want? I ask myself that every day when I get up as well. What do you want? Because that's where people they make mistakes. And it's a simple question with a simple answer. It's just, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely encourage that. Question. You know, for everybody to ask themselves every day when you get up, what do you want? What do you want for your day? What do you want to eat? What time do you want to go to bed? What do you want?
I like what you said right there about setting the bar for yourself of like what's your definition of success. Because I agree. I'm not saying being flashy and all that it's a bad thing either. I'm not saying
Right.
that at all. Like I'm not saying I won't ever do that at some point. You know, probably will. I'm being honest, but
Right.
I'm also understanding that success is very very different to everybody.
Yes.
Like my definition of success has changed over the years. Because at first, when I started doing everything I was doing, I thought get the money, get this and that, get the things that everybody speaks about, and I'll be happy. And over time, I started getting certain things, started doing certain different things, experiencing different experiences, and then everything just changed. Like now, my definition of success is just doing something that I love, and helping people around me, and just kind of being the best possible person I can be to the people that I love. Because if not,
Right.
I'm not fair to them. And not worrying about, I'm not saying that people won't support us behind this camera, but say there's that one person that's like, oh, who are these guys? Screw these guys. We don't like them, this and that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's not my worry no more. Because my concern is my family and the people that I love, people that I'm around. Like that's my concern. Anyone that does happen to support, that's my concern too now, because now they're part of my circle. They want to be part of what we're building,
Right.
everything we're working towards.
Right.
Anybody outside of that is just speculating and just outside looking in and just judging and just very critiquing us in a what's that word I'm looking
Maybe
for?
non-factual way.
No.
Maybe it's biased.
No. It's like it serves as no purpose critique. Like what's like, how there's like good critiques and bad critiques.
Yeah, it's basically like invalid.
Yeah, exactly. So like to say they're critiquing us about they don't like your braids. They don't like my Santa hat.
Right.
Like the way that's not like a
Better like my braids.
like that's not a critique that really matters, because that's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
serving us no purpose. Like, okay, you
Yeah.
don't like our hat, you don't like our hair. Like, well, fuck you. Like, who are you? Like, I'm sorry.
But it's funny that you say that, because then it leads back to value, bro. And it's like how you said, bro. So your definition of success really is like to add that value. It's to bring value to the table, to have
Exactly.
something valuable to give to somebody. And I would definitely say that value is important nowadays, especially in anything that we're doing and anything that y'all are doing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to leave the value. Make sure people feel valuable in whatever it is that you're interacting with them, because of the fact that you can save somebody's life just by giving them a little laugh. So
Yeah, exactly.
You keep being the best you can be. It's another thing. Thomas just said that. I'm just giving it out today.
And
but
just
be the best you can be every day.
And like another thing too, like speaking about like just being the best you could be, that's through any situation, any
Literally.
circumstance. Like
Anything.
If you're down in a rut and you're going through the pain of growing and all this stuff, you could choose who you want to be. Like you could, like, this is what bugs me about people the most. And it doesn't bug me in a sense, but like almost,
It's like your pet peeve.
no, like almost like I don't understand it, because there's people that will be like in the worst positions financially. Everything's going to crap, but they still choose to be average.
Right.
Like they choose, like they're like, it just blows my mind. How could you be broke, have no source of income, struggling to pay your bills, and choose to live average? Like, how could you do that? Like, how does that not like boil your blood to know that you're not where you want to be at, and you're not doing nothing about it, and you're just choosing to be complacent and choosing to be average and choosing to be like everybody else and feel sorry for themselves and be like, why me? And then talk about what you used to do. Like no one cares about what you used to do. What are you doing now?
Exactly. Well, it's like how my old boss used to tell me, some people are just allergic to money. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just allergic to success, bro. It's like how not to put you on blast or anything, but it's like how somebody came up and they asked you, like that one time you were wherever you were, and they were like, yo, well, what are you doing? Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And you know, you couldn't really give them a solid answer.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure you can give them an answer if they were to ask you like, hey Lou, who are you?
Hey, honestly,
you know what I'm saying?
I think with that day he had a lot of he meant it deeper, but I think he was like super like on like probably coked out or something. Because like now that I think about it, I'm like that dude was high as hell, and I'm like there like trying to figure out like what do you mean? What am I doing? You know, he just but in a sense, so it clicked because like in
Yeah.
all reality, I didn't know what I was doing. I had an
Right.
idea, but I had no direction, and that's like a path to destruction in itself. Like having an idea but not knowing where you're going to, you drive yourself crazy because you'll never take initiative to even start what you're doing. That's where people end up with the thought of like, what if I would have done that?
Right.
And that's my scariest thing. I don't know anyone out there like how they feel about that, but I think my biggest fear in life now, I'm at the point where it's like, dude, I just don't want to be that person that later down the line that's like, dude, what if I would have done that podcast?
And
What
it's
if?
crazy that you say that too. Shouts out Miss Hamoud, Sycamore Junior High School, Anaheim, California.
Shouts out.
But basically, she had told me, bro, when I was, I think I was about 12 or 13. I had her for a world history class. She was my teacher, but she told me, she said, you can't live in a world of what ifs, because if you live in a world of what ifs, you'll never leave your door.
Exactly.
You'll just be thinking and thinking and thinking about these outcomes, these possibilities that could happen. But what, like you said, what are you really doing?
Exactly.
You know?
I feel that. Yeah, it's very very
It's various.
it's very you gotta look at that from the outwards in, because if you look from the inwards out, you'll never see the problem.
Exactly, bro.
'Cause,
Exactly.
like, people, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's,
Yeah.
like, I've come across a lot of people that you try to, like, in a sense, guide them or tell them things about them, and they're like, no, you're wrong. This is who I am.
Right.
And then not to degrade them in any way, but just to be like, maybe I see potential that you might not see in yourself yet.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to bring that out of you, but you're
Right.
not looking outwards in, you're looking inwards out too much.
Yeah.
And that's where your ego and your pride gets in the way, and that's where growth is stunned, because you never wanted to listen to that person. Like me, I wish, and I don't have that many people like you and very select few other people that would really like tell me how it is, and like call me out on my things and like put me on the spot, because I know those are genuine friends, and I tend to be that person to a lot of people around me, that I'm that guy that always calls them out on things or say things that they might not like, and it's not in a negative way, but it's in the sense of like, I care about you that much. But then you turn around and you see like those people will never do that for you. So are they real friends?
Exactly.
Are they really friends, or are they just around for the moment?
Well, it also ties into what a conversation we had the other day when we were saying how some people just want it. You know, some people just want to be this, or they want to be that. I need it, bro. You know, you and I, we need it, bro. So that's the difference, bro. Like between, not to say anybody is better or lower than anyone, obviously, but it's just, if you need it, bro, and you really want it, like how like my coach used to tell me, you're gonna do whatever. Exactly, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna do whatever it takes to get it.
Yeah. That's hunger, bro, and that's that feeling. Like I'm sure there's plenty of entrepreneurs out there that understand that hunger to eat and feast is like no other, bro. It's like,
yes,
that will literally keep you up all night.
Yes,
keep you up all night, wake you up so early with barely no sleep to even do the things you gotta do, but still doing it. And because that's the most important thing about that is discipline.
Right.
You gotta be a disciplined individual, and it's very hard to find that in our demographic of ages, because a lot of people nowadays don't want to do that, and everything is about instant gratification, and no one really looks for delayed gratification anymore. And that's the problem with society now, in my opinion, because everything's so instant. Everything is at our fingertips, from our phones, from our entertainment to our food, to everything that we do is so instant that we never could learn to appreciate the things that we could do in the long term, in the long run. Things that, like, for instance, yeah, you could go buy a crappy piece of food from a fast food spot and stuff yourself with GMOs and all this crap chemical food, or you go down the street to an organic store, go get you some organic food, something healthy, cook it. It might be a little longer, it might be, and I get it, for some people time is money. But you could also go to like another spot where they cook healthy food and stuff.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's always those people that will take certain different routes because of the certain reasons. And I get it. Sometimes eating healthy is expensive, and that's a whole nother podcast in itself that might have to be
Right.
on Patreon, because there's a reason for that too. There's
Yeah.
a reason why healthy food is more expensive and cheap food is more cheaper, but we won't. I don't want,
That's a Patreon
That's-
conversation.
that's-
Thank
yeah.
you very much. But
Exactly.
you know, it's funny that you say that too. We ask ourselves nowadays why our kids come out so messed up, or why our minds work the way they do, but we don't understand that because we have such instant gratification, our dopamine and serotonin receptors are constantly firing. So when we actually when something has to happen or needs to happen, we're not there because we've gotten all this so much instant gratification that our mind is full. We don't feel like we need to go any further. We feel like we don't need to do anything. And that's this will be a Patreon conversation as well, but that's why they say porn is so bad for the youth, because it takes away, it gives you that instant gratification, bro. And now it's like you don't need to, you know,
That-
you feel like you don't need to go out and go find the love of your life, or you know what I'm saying, go matchmaking, go find a woman. And I can say this for a lot of men, most likely probably 8 out of 10 men, that I'm pretty sure everybody has struggled with that. And because of getting out of it, they can definitely say that it's helped them in their life, even when it comes to talking to a woman, whether it's coming from the point of talking to a man and talking to you and being able to look you in the eyes.
Exactly.
Because people don't understand like how mentally, but also physically, it changes your chemistry in your body.
Dude, that's that's a trippy conversation, because that goes deep in the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
bro. That conversation goes deep in the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We
that's definitely a paid conversation.
yeah, that's just a conversation that we would want to put some time into, that, because
Yeah.
coming from our ages, like we're young and we've experienced it, we've grown into it, and we see it, you know, because we're still going through these battles of being a young man in society and stuff, and obviously it comes with its own battles and stuff. But yeah, there's definitely an attack on, like what we always said, attacking masculinity, and
Yep.
they're using every and any angle to attack us, and it's
Anything.
like that's a conversation for another day. But
Literally.
yeah, just
But yeah.
don't be comfortable. Be content, because if you're living in the present, you can never be depressed. You can never be sad. You can never be mad. You can never be nothing of that, because you're content and you understand where you are, where you at. But you also don't get comfortable with that.
Exactly.
You don't let that be your determining factor of your future.
You need more.
You need more. You don't want more. You need more. But yeah, thank you guys for staying with Rock with us. I know
Yes.
we've been out the loop,
Yes.
but best believe y'all about to see a bunch of different things coming from NTS.
Yeah. Shouts out to all subscribers. We love you. All fans, anybody who even watches these episodes, we love y'all, man. Keep being the
Appreciate
best
y'all
you
for-
that you can be every single day, man. Have a blessed day, y'all. Be safe.
Yes.
Let's keep going, man. Let's go
Yes,
to the
sir.
top.
Y'all have a good day.
Merry Christmas, by the way, too.